So I know there's a lot of talk and debate about changing diets when you've got MS, different diets you can be on to help alleviate symptoms. Have you changed anything about your diet since your diagnosis?
Yes, absolutely. I modified my diet from the beginning of my diagnosis. I was really lucky to have one of my best friends as my naturopath and nutritionist. I've adapted the gluten-free, dairy-free, low-inflammatory diet. But to be honest, I meet it about 90%. I've definitely noticed that when I do eat high inflammatory foods, I twitch during the night. Over the Christmas period, I indulge, and I reckon I indulged for a good month. And I wasn't taking any of my supplements. I wasn't really sticking to any of my diets. It took probably about a month after to get back onto track, even with my fitness routine and taking my supplements and feeling better. So I can advocate for a good diet.
That's really interesting that you've seen such a massive difference in fatigue and symptoms with eating anti-inflammatory. That's something that I should definitely look more into as well.
But is there any kind of amendments that you've kind of explored for your diet and your MS?
So I've definitely thought about it, and I've definitely looked into kind of the different diets that are out there for MS. But I think at the time, I guess when it was much closer to my diagnosis and it was all just a lot, it was just becoming more stressful than it was helping anything. So I think I've kind of made the decision also based on my neurologist's advice, which was don't change anything because I'm fairly healthy and balanced anyway. I thought, well, if it's causing me to be more stressed and if my neurologist's advice is keep doing what you're doing, then I'll stick to that for now. But it's definitely not out of the question to make small diet changes here and there and see if it helps. I've very much largely tried to stay away from information about MS diets, which sounds bad because it does kind of sound like I'm, I guess, being a bit stubborn, but there's so much information and so many people claiming different things that like you said, when you first started, it's very overwhelming. And I just found it easier to kind of stick with what I felt comfortable doing rather than reading up on all these different things. There's some I've looked into, but yeah, I think I've kind of been a bit scared almost to read too much into them because, you know, somewhere's telling you to do this, somewhere's telling you to do that. And you think, well, what am I supposed to be doing? So you kind of have to find your own way and I guess take a lot of it with a pinch of salt as well.